So I'm gonna ask you, and this is with Rashee Rice on there. Give me your seven, because I think we may keep seven receivers. Give me your seven.
Whew, okay. All right.
Oh.
All right. So Rice, Hollywood, Worthy. Rice, Hollywood, Worthy. So yeah, gosh.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. We got seven. You only named three.
I know. So obviously the fourth one should be Watson, and I'm not the biggest Watson guy, and I know he's probably gonna make the team. And this is what I think is gonna happen. By the way, this is not who I would want to make the team. By the way, and I know we have a lot of Watson fans in the chat,
Okay.
but this is who I think is gonna make the team. So Watson would be on there, 4.
Okay.
Hardman 5. And now we have the KT, Skyy Moore, and Remigio, Justyn, Ross debate here. That's a lot, man. We have a lot of receivers. So we're both gonna say 7, right? We're gonna say 7.
7.
Okay.
I'm giving you 7. We got 7. Okay.
So right now we got Rice, Hollywood, Worthy, Watson, Hardman. So that's 5. So we have 2 more slots left, and we have KT, Skyy, Remigio, Ross. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
All right, so I'm gonna go. Remigio.
So okay.
So Remigio at 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 guys you named.
Yeah. So the ones who are on the outside looking in right now, I have one more left. So we have Rice, Hollywood, Worthy, Watson, Hardman, and Remigio. So that's 6. So I got one more guy left, and the guys that we have on the outside looking in are KT, Skyy, and Ross. Okay, so my last with the 7th and final guy on the wide receiver list, I think. Oh man.
Okay, go ahead.
I think KT makes it on that as a 7th guy. So I think Skyy and Ross on the outside looking in.
Okay, so 7. So we're talking about keeping guys on a bubble, right? Obviously, you can still do a couple of these guys, Ross and Remigio, on the practice squad if you needed them. Okay. But from what I'm understanding, I want definitive 7. Okay, Marcus. Who do you want to see make the 7? Let me put it that way.
Who do I want to see make the 7?
Yes.
I would take out the only thing different I would do. I would take out KT and I put Ross in there as the 7.
So name them. Go ahead.
So my 7 as of right now is Rice, Hollywood, Worthy, Watson, Hardman, Remigio, and KT. Those are the 7 that I have. Who I want to see make it, and I would say take out KT and put Ross in there as the 7th guy. And ideally, I know it's never going to happen because they love Justyn Watson. Ideally, you keep KT in there. I'm talking about the most talented guys. If you're going to keep the most talented 7, you would take out Watson and you put Ross in there, and then you'd have a receiver room of Rice, Hollywood, Worthy, Ross, Hardman, Remigio, and KT. That's the 7 most talented receivers in my opinion. But
7 most talented is Rice, Hollywood, Worthy, Hardman, Ross, Remigio.
Ross, Remigio, and KT, 7.
So you left out Watson?
Yeah, I left out Watson.
Okay. And KT and Skyy, they're gone.
If we're talking about the most talented, no, I have KT on the most talented list.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but what I actually think is going to happen, I think they're going to keep Watson. And then I have KT as the last. KT and Remigio is the last 2, so 6 and 7 would be those 2.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. So y'all listening to this, all right? I want everybody who's in the chat, I want you to make your 7. All right. Marcus had a hard time doing his 7.
It's tough.
It's tough 7. I just want to hear what y'all have to say. Illy Beeman, 7. I know it's just tough, brother. Yeah.
I'm covering all my bases, baby. I'm covering all my bases, Chad.
Hey, man, see, hey, that joker was like, my favorite, or who's the most talented, if they, run this route. I seen him. He tried. It was slick. It was slick by him, Neff, wasn't it? It was slick. So
who are your 7? You didn't say your 7.
hold on, I'm gonna ask the chat first. I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat. I'm gonna give you my 7. I'll give my 7. I'm gonna get a chat, okay? And I'm gonna give you my 7 and why the 7 on
Okay.
it. So I would love to see everybody. Please give me your 7 wide receivers that y'all think is going to make the squad. Okay, I know it's early, and I'll say this. Okay, sort of you don't have to be, but how y'all figure out right now. Okay, so you're not necessarily loyal to any particular person, but do you think right now the 7 is going to make it? How about that? Okay, we're not going to hurt you. We don't fuss at you for the 7 that you got. How about that? Right? Just say this is a safe place to display what you have. Right? Oh man, you crazy? Now listen, give me a 7. Okay, love to see it. And while y'all bringing this y'all 7, I'll give you my 7, Marcus. Okay, I'll give you my 7. Okay, hold on. Gary Holland, Hollywood, Worthy, Rice, Watson, Ross, Remigio, and Moore.
So he has Hardman out and he has KT out.
Okay. Oh, wow. Very good. Yeah, I like that. John Clifford. Let's go. Let's throw LRZ in there for
he's a running back.
Yeah. Let's go with John Clifford. What's up, John? Good seeing you, man. Got Rice, Brown, Worthy, Watson, KT, Ross, and Remigio.
Okay. So Skyy and Hardman are out for him.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Charles Driver, Hollywood, Rice, Worthy, Skyy, Watson, Ross, and Moore.
Hardman out again. Wow. And wow.
And KT. Okay. Here we go. Illy Beeman. Here we go. Hollywood, Worthy, KT, Ross, Remigio, Rice, Justyn Watson. Okay. No Hardman on that either.
That's consistent so far.
Okay. Harama Biff, Hardman, Toney, Remigio, Worthy, Rice, Brown, and more. Hold on. You might got 2 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me go back through your list again. Hardman, Toney, Remigio, Worthy, Rice, Brown, and Moore. Okay. Okay. All right. Not bad.
No Ross, no KT.
No Ross, KT. Now KT's in there. He don't have Watson.
Watson,
Kathy. Okay, Kathy, see what you got. Hollywood, Rice, Worthy, Watson, Nikko, Skyy, and Hayek. Okay. All right.
Oh, friend of the show, Jaaron. Okay.
Yeah. Like it. Not bad. Andrea. Let's go, Andrea. What you got here? Okay. Hollywood, Rice, Watson, Hardman, Ross, Worthy, and KT. Okay. Solid list. Who's missing on this one? That was
on that one. So no Skyy.
Yeah, no Skyy. No Remigio.
Yeah, no Skyy, no Remigio.
Okay. Not a bad list, Andrea. Okay. See who else? Okay, so I'll give you mine. Okay. I'll give you my 7 guys. Okay. I think Rashee Rice makes it, obviously, considering everything that's going on with him. I do believe Rashee Rice is going to be one. Hollywood Brown, no doubt about it, makes it. Xavier Worthy, first round pick, is absolutely there. I do believe that Mecole Hardman is a guy that they like. He's going to be there. That's 4. Now, my next 3 that I'm looking at, I do believe it's going to be Skyy Moore. I think Skyy makes it. I think they like Skyy, what he can give. I think they like KT. I think KT is another guy that they've held and held. They believe in him. and I think they're going to try to keep KT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The seventh guy, okay, is going to be between Ross and Remigio. Okay, I think it's going to be between Ross and Remigio. Now, and obviously, he said Remigio looks good. I think it depends on how it's going to work in practice. But I'm gonna say I had Ross before I had Remigio, but after this talking, uh, I'm still gonna go with Ross.
Wow,
Go with Ross.
interesting.
Yeah. And I think Ross, because he gives a different skill set, I think, return wise, here's the reason why I think Mecole Hardman works for return. I think you got KT that can return. Those are the two guys. And also, too, you're thinking about LRZ. If LRZ makes it, he's another return guy. So you got return guys, okay? So does that take away from Remigio's necessity? Sure, I think it does, okay? I don't think you become redundant in the room. And so that may just be one of those things, right? Unless he just completely just blows it out the water, okay? But Ross, I think Ross goes over top Justyn Watson. I like Justyn Watson, but I do believe that Justyn Watson is limited. They seen what they could get out of him last year. It wasn't enough. I don't think it was enough. And so he may be one of those guys on a bubble, and he may be let go just because of it. So this is mine, all right? And then, like I said, I like Justyn Watson, but I think for them, they're just going a whole different direction. I think Ross, if he's going to be that guy, he takes over what Justyn Ross was able to do. Okay, being a solid guy out there.
Yeah.
So let's look at some other ones. Hannah, Hollywood, Worthy, Rice, Remigio, Hardman, Watson, and Ross. Okay, it's good. Look, and I'm gonna say this. I think everybody has a good list. I think everybody has. You can argue any of these names that's in here. Every single one of these people, every one of y'all that's naming these guys, there's a good list. Like somebody said, this is a great problem to have. It really is. Some teams don't have that. Last year we didn't have this, and so now because of we got Hollywood here and Worthy the first round, it changes things a whole lot. Charles Jarvis said, I could see them tossing a coin for the last guy. I don't know. Hey, look, it ain't no coin toss. You want to beat guys out. You got to beat guys out. Donna Cochran, Hollywood, Rice, Watson, Hardman, Ross, Nikko, maybe Worthy or KT.
The Worthy's definitely making it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely Worthy or KT. So then everybody goes into the whole thing. KT is already paid and he's good. Yeah, but if it's the talent, right? That they're looking for. They're looking for this guy to hit. If he doesn't hit, I think that if they release him, they'll release him early, so he can kind of go somewhere. If that's going to be the tale with him. But I think they've had him here because they believe he can give a lot. We've seen it in return, right? We talked about the longest return Super Bowl history is KT. Okay. Ross was awesome. Yes, he is. Charles Driver. Watson made some clutch plays for us last year. He made some clutch plays. He did, but considering what the products were last year, what is that really saying? There was some there was some plays he didn't make for us last year either, that he probably should have made. And so you could use that argument too, Charles. So the Chiefs are looking for consistency. Okay. Like I said, this is not a popularity contest. It's all about production. And so if we're looking at the numbers, right, what Justyn Watson had last year, okay, stat wise, what did he have, Marcus? I mean, kind of look at it.
Gotcha. Justyn Ross or Watson?
Watson. So Watson had 27 receptions for 460 yards, 17 average, 3 touchdowns. Okay, that's what he had. Can you get that production out of somebody else? Sure. You sure could. He was in that, as far as like they were talking about drops, not necessarily being on the same page with the right routes. He was kind of in that conversation. Like I said before, I like Justyn Watson, but the Chiefs may try to push to get somebody else.
And that's something that Illy Bimman brings up a good point. We can't even hide anybody on the practice squad. And this is, I want to hear your thoughts on this. I think with Remigio or Ross, if they went to the practice squad, I think they'd be snatched up. I think if Watson was able to go there, I don't think he'd be like claimed. I think we could easily send Watson to the practice squad, and I don't think he'd be like a team would go ahead and grab him. But I think Ross provides something that a lot of people don't have. Remigio provides a skill set that, I mean, you have water bugs all throughout the league, but playing the slot to be a return man, I think he brings a little bit more to the table than Watson does. And I think that Watson, you could probably put him on your practice squad, and as with the other two, they'd be claimed pretty fast. That's my opinion. What do you think about that?
No, I agree with you. I think you can do that because if, as John Clifford says here, KT one mistake away from later. So yeah, you got a guy right here say this. Hey, you mess up, this other guy moves up immediately. So that's a good thing because you have guys in the waiting that can come here and play. So like I said, this is a great problem to have. But if you do have a guy like that, like Remigio, let's say you don't, he's not one of the 7. He could be on the practice squad just in waiting for these guys. And so I think that, you can make that decision. And look, this is how it happens too, Marcus. You tell a guy like, look, we're going to put you on the practice squad. If nobody claims you, if they do, fine, beautiful. Then that means you're going to be playing for somebody else. But if not, you know the culture, you know what we want from you. Just be ready when we call you up, okay? Because somebody could not be happy, right? Attitudes may, show up, prevail. That's when you can change things. And I'm telling you, man, right now, nobody's suffering any fools. Andy's not doing it. It's not going to happen. Hardman, good practice squad hangout. Nah, Hardman ain't going there. Hardman ain't going to do it. I don't think he's accomplished enough. I don't think he will be willing to go on the practice. I'm just saying. I'm.
No, the only reason why I'd say I kind of agree with Sean there is the fact that last year he went pretty late in free agency before the Jets signed him. This year he wasn't being touched by anybody, and then we brought him back on a very small deal. They traded him for like a bag of chips back to us last year, and then we got him a couple of weeks ago in June. I think he's another guy that you could let go, and you could probably get him back on your practice squad. But who knows? Who does he even want to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want to do that or not. How desirable is he going to other places? Some other teams may be like, hey, man, look, like we still see something out of Hardman. We could, might be able to use him. I think because he was with the Jets, teams, because he wanted to get paid last year. That was the thing too. Teams just weren't willing to pay what he was probably asking. That was a lot of it. That's probably why he was like, okay, we'll kind of pass on it because he was looking for a bigger payday than what he wanted. So I think it's a different scenario now. So I'm not going to say nobody didn't want him. I think teams wanted him, but they wanted him at a sweet deal, at a better price than what he was willing to give. So that's what I say. Like as far as practice squad, I don't know if he would do something like that. And I'm just going to say as a veteran guy, if you played and you're somewhat accomplished, that is kind of a slight to you. It is. It's kind of disrespectful, I'm be honest. So practice squad ain't for everybody. Some guys were like, yeah, you know what, I'm good. Okay. So, and then of course you might try to shop a guy like that around. So that's the reality. That's the reality of NFL, man. Sorry. That's the truth. So
yeah, but bottom line, the moral of the story is there's a lot of guys. The Chiefs have their hands full with pretty good talent in the wide receiver room, and it's a beautiful thing to say and beautiful thing to hear based on what we went through last year in the wide receiver room. So I like what we got.
Yeah. And Donna Conquer said, haven't seen Worthy work yet. Will he transition to the NFL? First rounders don't always work out. No, he'll be fine. Look, as a first rounder, we paying this guy, we're going to have to work out. Look, we will have patience with this guy to make sure he works out, Donna. Okay? So we got money invested. That's money invested. And so with this happening, and to be honest with you, he's probably at one of the best places he could possibly be as a rookie.
Oh yeah,
but you do have guys in front of you who have played, accomplished, could help you out. We will be extremely patient with Xavier Worthy. He'll work out. He'll be fine.
And his skill set's perfect for the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
So it's gonna be a match made in heaven.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be good.
Just get that hamstring figured out.
Yeah, Andres and Hardman going to make the team. I believe that too. Harmon's going to be here. That's why they made sure they brought him back, and they was up and down because it's like, if we don't have Rashee Rice, then they start looking at guys. They start looking at KT, start looking at Skyy Moore, start looking at Remigio and Ross and Watson. That's the reason they brought Hardman back, right?
It's true.
When you start looking at that list, they was like, hey, we need to bring a guy back, somebody that knows. And that's the reason they brought Hardman, because they was kind of on the fence with these guys. So we could tell the tale of that. So that's why I don't see them kind of getting rid of Hardman, because they know Hardman. Hardman knows the offense. He knows it really well. But he can help these guys get, ascend faster than what they would have done if they didn't have a guy like that there. So, but, hey, man, it all depends at the end of the day who the Chiefs love and who they feel like they can use.
Yeah.
Hannah says KT has some attitude negativity when he isn't Mahomes' favorite target, and he does drop that ball. They had the drops all last year. It was going around. It was a bug going around. Okay, so maybe he's out of his head this year. That's what I'm hoping. I hope hoping his attitude's changed. Hopefully, we'll get something out of him, what he can give. Okay,
yeah.
So
we'll see. So plenty of time in the training camp to figure out how guys are feeling. He's had about 4 months to get over what he had to get over. So hopefully everyone's good to go now.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.